We're going to be spending an insane amount of Robux on the new plant that just came out on Grow a Garden. Yes, we're going to place all of these down and see how much this plant makes and see if it's worth it or not. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to do something that my bank account is really going to hate. We're going to buy a bunch of these. Why isn't my screen all white? All right, we're going to buy a bunch of these beanstalk seeds with Robux because we cannot be bothered waiting. I genuinely cannot be bothered. Instead, I'm planning on spending money. Yes, because that's the game, right? That's YouTube nowadays. Just spend money. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start in around $100 just to, you know, get it started. And yeah, let me cover up this real quick so you can't see my information. All right, let's get this transaction done. Okay, now let's finish buying the last few of these. Okay, we spent a decent amount of money. Let's see if this is worth it. I really hope this is worth it because I'm gonna be so mad if it isn't. Our garden was a lot big since last time we played, so we have to delete a couple of stuff here and there. Some of this stuff is very valuable, but we gotta do it for the views. You know what I mean? All right, so let's place all these down just to see how it does. We are gonna grow them all at once, just to, you know, I don't want to spend time. We already spent the money on the plant. We might as well have it all now, right? Now we finished placing these down over here. Perfect. All right, now it's time to grow the garden, spend the money. Yep, more money in this game. See how these go. All right, let's see. And okay, we have to buy more of this. Are you kidding me? All right, finally. Okay, just when I thought I was done, and there it is. Okay, yo, look at these things. They're huge, bro. Look at them. Look at these, bro. Look at them. Oh my god. Okay, well, they're not like huge. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought this was gonna be like Jack and the Beanstalk size stuff, you know, it's gonna be incredibly huge, but it isn't. But they're still kind of impressive, though. I'm gonna be honest, these little collectible bean things, they look kind of boring, I ain't gonna lie, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm sounding very negative here, I know. Please okay. All right, well, these are very hard to get, I'm gonna be honest. How many do these produce? That's what I'm wondering, because it's all about how many they produce versus how much they sell. Okay, I'm finding it a little tricky getting up this vine here. Yeah, this is a vine right here. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting up there. We just have to do some parkour to get up here. Okay. All right, you know what, when this is all frozen or like, you know, a couple of red moons pass or a couple of events, maybe these could be worth a lot of money. Maybe a couple of big ones as well. They do produce a lot of them, so maybe like huge mutated seeds, or I mean not seeds but plants. What are these, vegetables? Right, they're vegetables. I'm gonna look like a complete idiot if they're not vegetables, but yeah, one of those pretty big could look pretty impressive. Okay, but I mean, it is the most expensive plant currently in my garden right now, and I have a bunch of them. These are the most plants I have in my garden right now, are the newest plant. All right, cool. All right, so how much does this sell for? Let's see. How much does this make me? 8 million for the first haul, no mutated, no nothing. Okay, that is not bad. I could, you know, yeah, I could see that happening. That could be making me a lot of money. Okay, we gotta try it out, maybe in like mutated or like red moon, though we kind of have to like wait and get it. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. So we decided to wait a little bit just so they can grow a little bit, maybe catch, you know, a cold, you know, get frozen, maybe a red moon passes. But yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit just to see how much it can actually make with a bunch of mutations. You know, while I'm at it, I might as well just check what's up for sale and just start buying stuff. I mean, we could get eggs. You know what? I haven't seen this egg before. All right. You know what? Just to pass the time, I'll be honest. This is what happens half the time behind the scenes. It's kind of just waiting. Okay, so let's go. We finally got it. All right, so we got a red moon finally. So now this should make my vegetables or fruits more expensive. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know what to call these. Yo, are they fruits? I need to look this up. Give me a sec. Okay, so I definitely didn't look it up, and if you're wondering the answer to that question, it's a vegetable. Okay, definitely didn't Google it or anything. Okay, so let's collect these. I want to make a decent living. I want a good halt here before I end this video. This can't just be me placed down and stuff. All right, so okay, there's nothing good in Red Moon store. I mean, I did buy everything, but there was nothing good, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Okay, so now we kind of just wait here and keep collecting, I feel like. See how much this nets me over time. All right, so it's finally daytime, red moon's gone, and we can finally look at this thing properly, how big this thing is, and really, you know, admire how good it looks. Honestly, I really thought it was going to be a lot bigger. In screenshots I saw, it looked a lot more big, but I guess it's all about perspective, right? What I'm wondering is how much this actually costs, because it's not really making me much money. I know there hasn't been any mutations. I haven't gotten any insanely big vegetable or anything. So there is reason for that not happening. But still, I feel like with the mangoes, I was kind of earning more or less the same. So it's not the biggest improvement in my opinion. All right, like, no, let's sell. Let's see how much this makes us. This makes us, oh wait, okay, that was a lot of money. Okay, so I feel like I spoke too soon. All right, so this actually makes decent amount of money. All right, I just got 30 mil. I don't know if that was just because of the Red Moon mutations, but they netted me a lot of money. 30 million, which is kind of crazy. I usually don't make that money with the mangoes, so I take that back. All right, let's sell again. All right, you know what? It actually makes a lot of money. I'm not complaining. I just made 7 mil in the span of 30 seconds, I feel like. Yeah, all right, this makes money. Never mind. This is pretty good. Now I'm gonna look up how much this actually costs. All right, so they are expensive. I don't know if they're the most expensive, but they are expensive. They're 10 mil. All right, well, I know we finally figured it out, boys. In order to get rich in games, it's simple. You just gotta get the best stuff. Now, how you... Okay, well, everything went white. All right, well, how you get there, in the other hand, it's a different story. You know, you could get there grinding the traditional way, how most people do it. You know, the normal people. You know, they just grind the game hard, spend hours of their day playing the game. You know, having fun. Then there's like the tryhards. Maybe I could consider myself a little bit of a tryhard. You know, that tries in games a lot, plays for a long time, takes some days, whatnot, or some people who play months. Now there's some people like what I just did who just spent $100. Yeah, I just took my mother's credit card and just spent $100. Simple, easy peasy. And now I have 12 or 14 of these. I'm not really sure how many of these I have at this point anymore. And yeah, and now this is just gonna make me a bunch of money. So yay me, right? All right. Hopefully no one notices the charge I made on spending this, because I think I spent around $110 with like the growing and everything. So yeah, this is troubling. Though I do still want to see like literally collecting all of these, like every single one of them, fully filling up my backpack. How much would that make me? Because if it makes me like 10-20 mil, I'm happy. All right, let's see. It's making 2 mil. Jesus Christ. All right, that's horrible. Yo, oh my God. All right, well, you know what I want to do before I end the video is collect absolutely everything in my garden and just see how much that sells for, because I had 1 billion when I started this video, or at least today, and now oh my God, look at the size of this grape. Hold up, yo, look at this. Oh my God. All right, cool. Thank you. The content gods just gave me a pass. Beautiful. All right, well, yeah, I want to collect everything, even all the I have a bunch of mutated stuff and a bunch of like stuff with effects that I haven't really sold, and this could probably net me around 20-40 mil, maybe 50, maybe even 100 mil, who knows? That grape could cost around like 10 mil, who knows? But yeah, let me just collect absolutely everything. Before we end this video, let's just make a quick haul and collect absolutely everything. One thing that did hurt, guys, one thing that really hurt was getting rid of all my plants. Like at least a good amount of them. Or how much does all my inventory sell for? See, now that's more like it. 46 million, making 46 million in one haul. That's usually what I'm about. Now making less than that, see, now that's a problem. That's a problem that needs fixing. Okay? So yeah, I need to be making more like that with these plants I just purchased with Robux. So yeah, where's that? Alright, well, my backpack should be getting full at any moment here. Alright, there we go. Alright, now let's just see how much this makes us and call it a day, right? Let's see. 27 million, Jesus Christ, in one haul. Alright, nothing good. Alright, bad. Alright, that's not great. And now that was just me spending money on this game. I hope you really liked this video. I certainly didn't like recording it that much, I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully you guys like enjoying the pain. But yeah, okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. All your help really does help a lot, so thank you so much if you subscribe and like. Make sure to check out all my other videos. I did do a tips and tricks video, and I also did a 0 to 1 billion, and I have another one coming tomorrow that I'm sure you guys are gonna like. I'll give you a hint right now. It's basically getting to 1 billion again, but this time there's like a little twist involved. I'll let you guys guess what it is until tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.